The Yu Garden is a classical Chinese garden located in the heart of the old city, dating back to the Ming Dynasty. The garden was built by a government official in the year 1559 as a retreat for his parents. But today, the Yu Garden in Shanghai is arguably one of the most famous tourist destinations. So today, I'm gonna go into the Yu Garden during the Chinese New Year. I'm going to show you the koi pond, and while there we're going to discover the 12 animals that follow the Chinese Zodiac and learn about the legends that follow this lunar calendar. Also, stay tuned to find more inside secrets of the Yuyuan Garden and a traditional Chinese food that is eaten during the Chinese New Year. So to enter the Yu Yuan Garden, you can buy tickets online, or you can go to the stall right before the entrance and pay 80 RMB for an adult ticket. After that, you will enter inside the Yu Yuan Garden. Typically, tourists spend between 2 to 3 hours inside the Yu Yuan Garden. There is a garden and a jade rock, which is quite popular to see. However, during the Chinese New Year, it can be quite busy, and since I arrived around 8:30 and it closes at 10 p.m., there was mainly only one area I wanted to see this year, which was the koi pond. Let's go into the koi pond. It's maybe the most popular area in the Yu Garden, and actually in my video in 2023, I didn't go into the koi pond because there was such a long wait right here. But luckily today, there is not a long wait. However, you can still see there is so many people, and they have lights lit up with the koi, and you have the view of the Bund in the background. So let's enjoy this. A huge reason that the Yuyuan Garden is super popular during the New Year is because each year they decorate it with new lights, and the lights are connected to that year's zodiac sign. So I'm reading this from the Chinese Zodiac history on washington.edu.com. So it says the history of the Chinese Zodiac consists of 12 animals that first appeared during the 5th century BC. However, nobody knows the exact date of when the zodiac was essentially created, but they were officially identified during the Han Dynasty from the years 206 BC to 9 AD, which was over 2,000 years ago. So that is crazy that the Chinese zodiac has over 2,000 years or possibly more of history. The zodiac became a popular way to determine a person's birth year during the North Zhou Dynasty, and is still very commonly used today. The Chinese followed the lunar calendar, which was paved in the sequence of the Chinese zodiac animals. This calendar can be traced back to the 14th century BC. The first Chinese emperor in the year 2637 BC invented a Chinese lunar calendar, which follows the cycles of the moon. The zodiac was based on the Chinese astrology and was used as a way to count years, months, days, hours into one calendar. Each of the 12 animals stand for a year in a 12-year cycle. Let's read some of the mythology about this. All these 12 animals from the Chinese zodiac come from this race. So it's the race to finish. It says there's many different versions of this story. Some say that it was created for the Jade Emperor, called a race on these animals to celebrate his birthday and create the Chinese zodiac. Others say it was a Buddha who created it. Both stories are interesting and tie into this Chinese legend of the zodiac. So, according to the myths, the 12 animals on the Chinese zodiac were selected through a race. The race is meant to create a time measurement for people. There could only be 12 winners, and in order to win, the animals had to cross a rapid current river and reach the finish line on the shore. Originally, there was a cat and a rat who hated each other with a passion. It's hard to believe that they were once friends. These two were the worst of swimmers in the animal kingdom, but they were both smart. they discovered that the fastest way to race over the river is to hop on top of the ox. The generous ox agreed to carry them over the river together. However, the rat was so eager to win that he pushed the cat into the water. Thus, the cat never forgave the rat and wasn't included in the race. Other variations of the story say that the rat just never told the cat about the race and did not even compete at all. Afterwards, the ox and the rat made it to shore. The rat jumped in front of the ox and came first in the race. The ox came in second, and third was the tiger. All of a sudden, there was a loud thumping sound. It was the rabbit. He jumped from one shore to another and was doing well until it slipped. Fortunately, there was a log floating by, and it grabbed onto that and floated to the finish line, earning itself the 4th place in the race. In 5th place was the dragon, but everyone thought it would come in first because it could fly. It told Jade the Emperor that it had to stop a couple of times to help some villagers on its way to the finish line. It saw a little rabbit on a log and decided to give it a little huff and puff to help it fly into the air to the shore. After the dragon, there was the horse who came galloping towards the finish line. The sneaky snake was hidden behind the horse's foot, and it suddenly appeared, and the horse was scared. The snake took advantage of it and landed itself in the 6th place, where the horse then landed in the 7th. After this, the monkey, the rooster, and the sheep landed on the shore. Unlike some of the previous animals, these 3 actually helped each other to get to the finish line. The rooster found a raft, and the monkey and the sheep hopped on. Working really hard together through the water currents and the weeds, they reached the shore. The sheep then came in the 8th place, monkey in the 9th, and the rooster in the 10th place. In 11th place was the dog. Even though it was a great swimmer, it was late. It told the emperor that it needed to bathe, and the fresh water from the river was too tempting. It took a bath while it was racing? The dog? Is that what they're saying? Right when the emperor was going to close the race, an oink sounded as it was heard. The term lazy little pig is originated from the Chinese Zodiac story, which I'm the year of the pig. My personality trait wasn't lazy. Pig felt hungry in the middle of the race, so it stopped and ate something and then fell asleep, and then it woke and finished the race in 12th place to become the last animal to arrive. This is the order of the lunar calendar. It follows the outcome of the race, where the rat is the first to start the sequence and the pig is the last. After the pig, the sequence starts over again. The lunar calendar has become a significant calendar to the Chinese culture, tradition, and history. And comment below, you guys, what do you think about that story? Listen up, you guys, if you believe in Chinese mythology or not. This year is the year of the snake, so I'm going to share what to expect just for the year of the snake, what the snake will bring. The snake is considered a year for reflection. This is because this year can be focusing on personal growth and long-term planning. It is often seen as a year of transformation, where individuals can make profound changes that will serve them in the future. The snake also has an energy which is connected to careful and calculated risk-taking, so it is a good time for people to invest in ventures, businesses, or things that may require some planning and patience. However, this is a year that requires also caution. Do not take impulsive actions because it may not bring the best results. So the snake year can have 2 different significances. For someone who isn't very planned or organized, it could be possibly a troubling year for that person who is impulsive. And for someone who is good at planning and a smart risk taker, it could bring good fortune and new opportunities. I found that to be very interesting. If you guys are Chinese or you know anything about the Chinese Zodiac, comment below. What are some things that you could add that I didn't share? So the Yu Garden is actually bigger than it looks. Maybe when you walk through, you think that you're all done, but actually it's kind of a maze that you should go into every little hallway and corridor because you will find other plazas and lights that they use to decorate. They also have an area where you can go up on the second floor and have some tea, and maybe you see some woman walking around in traditional Chinese clothing, like the reds or where they paint their faces. You can buy these little lights. Like this is the year of the snake, so you can buy little snake lights. A couple years ago I bought the bunny light. So this is Elena's first time in the Yu Garden. Well, the first time for the new year. Not the first time for the new year, which is a totally different experience. I'm just gonna ask, what are your thoughts?
I think it's really beautiful. I should come here before.
Oh yeah, you can see they have these little like shops where you can buy little souvenirs. Chinese souvenir shops. Milk and peanut. Sweet. Maybe it's here. Oh my god, hi! You guys! Do you want to be on YouTube? Sorry. Wait, let me interview you. Is this your first time in the Yu Garden for the new year?
Yes, it is actually.
What's your fake name?
I don't have a fake name. I'm joking. It's Jessica.
Some areas you can see inside the Yu Yuan Garden is the koi pond. There is a tea shop on the second floor, or rockery. It is a maze-like structure made of rocks to symbolize mountains and caves. Besides these really popular areas inside the Yu Yuan Garden, be sure just to walk around and take in the architecture and explore the little shops, because something that I finally saw the first time, and this is probably my fourth time at the Yu Yuan Garden, is I found this chocolate museum, which I guess has always been there, and I just didn't know it was here.
It smells so good.
And I want you to guess, what are those animals made of? Did you guess Cho-Cho chocolate?
So you all know the Chinese likes money, right? Please look at this. This is park, and here is a jewelry store, and you can see how many people in the line just to buy something golden.
And how much do you think it is?
I don't know, but like few thousands for sure. Do you know like how Chinese say like Happy New Year in Chinese? Yeah, but when what they wish you for New Year, what they say? Yeah, they like we wish you like have more money. We wish you like to grow. Yes, yes, it's like gongxi fa cai, gongxi fa cai. So they like money.
If you guys are able to visit the Yuyuan Garden during the Chinese New Year, note that the lights last from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. is the closing time of this temple. So we stayed until 10 p.m. I was hungry, so after we took a walk nearby and I got a traditional Chinese food that people eat during the New Year. And my friends that I ran into at the temple also met us there for a late dinner. 为什么我们 Julie.
Just speak in English.
Why? She cannot take my Chinese. I've had a long day. I'm like so tired. Forgive me if I don't speak English or Chinese. So I chose this dumpling place because every New Year, the Chinese New Year, it's typical for people to eat jiaozi, dumplings. Actually, this is typical spice in China. And then I will mix it with this soy sauce, yeah? And then, like a professional, I mix. Do you do this, Elena? No, it's just me. It's just me, the professional. Look how fluffy they are. And you can just see the steam. I'm eating 30 dumplings, and I'm gonna eat them all. Am I? Then I'm gonna poke it because I'm not good with chopsticks. Like so. And mix. Blow because it looks super hot. And you can see the inside. Oh my god. This is on purpose. 100% on purpose. Okay, you guys. Let me eat in peace now. As you guys can see, once I found peace, I ate all my 30 dumplings with the help of my friends. Also, something I learned this year, I don't know if you knew this, but Chinese New Year is not a holiday in the sense that they have a lot of traditions and festivals. It's actually just like holiday in the British sense of the word, where people go home to their family and it's just like time off of work. So normally people go home to their hometown and they eat dumplings together and just have food and give some red packets with money. So before they did like the lanterns and the dragons. Yeah, and now they don't really do that. But something you can do is you can make dumplings, which is not too hard, and a lot of families together, they cook dumplings, and then they eat them together. So that's still a tradition that is around. What did you think about the food we ate today? Is it what you thought for traditional Chinese food? Thank you guys for staying tuned and subscribing to me. And if you want to know about the personality, because something interesting about people with the Chinese Zodiac, they believe that the year you're born is connected to your personality and your life. So it's kind of like destiny. Leave a comment below. Do you guys also believe in destiny? Do you believe in astronomy? So if you were born in any of these years, then you were born in the year of the snake. The years are 1929, 1941, 1953, 1965, 1977, 1989, 2001, 2013, and 12 years later, 2025. So according to Chinese zodiac tradition, someone who is born in the year of the snake normally has these characteristics. They are born with wisdom, intuition, and charm. They are believed to possess qualities such as grace, intelligence, and calmness, often excelling in great decision-making and strategic thinking skills. So that's a little bit about the personality of someone born in the year of the snake. If you were born during the years of the snake, let me know, do you have these qualities? And something else I read about the snake before, I don't remember where it was from, is that the snake transforms itself even though it's painful. When the snake sheds its skin, it doesn't shed its skin because it wants to, it sheds its skin to survive. So this year may be challenging for you, maybe not, but it's a great symbol of change and how sometimes in life things happen and people are forced to change and we keep pushing forward, right? When the snake sheds its skin, maybe it's painful, it does it to survive, but then he becomes bigger. He's the better version of himself. So that I thought was really interesting and I want to share with you guys. So thank you, take care. Ciao, ciao, and drink your water, take care of yourself. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave comments below. What did you think about the Yu Garden? Is there anything new or interesting you learned in my video? What did you guys think about this year's decor? If you live in Shanghai and you came here, leave a comment below. 新年快乐！这个年是2025年。恭喜发财. Okay, Elena's laughing at my Chinese. 新年快乐. Ciao, ciao. 2025年. 今年. 25年. 好. 恭喜发财. 恭喜. Like good health. 恭喜发财. 发财. 发财. 财.
Don't care about the tones, just say.
好.